Permutations in League Two in the top few at the moment, and thinking, I guess, Keith Curle, about what might have been, just seeing those last few teams scrapping out to see who's definitely going to be in those playoffs.
Yeah, ifs and ands, possibles and probables. There's an air of frustration because you're looking at the top end of the table there, and you think, oh man, you cast your mind back then to some of the points that we had. That we let slip, some of the games and the results that were there for the taking, in my opinion, that we didn't grasp. So, but again, foundations firmly in place, good pillars for success.
And you're looking at the other end of the table, of course, where Carlisle were last year. You're conducting them down with games to spare, and that was almost Carlisle last year. Yeah,
definitely. And again, I think it's. As a football club, we've taken massive strides, and it is difficult to pick up a football team that's coming on the back of a relegation, and then walking into another relegation dogfight. Because believe me, a relegation does have an aftertaste, an aftermath that you have to deal with. And I've got to say now, I firmly believe that the new structure that we're putting in place can only benefit us long term.
We're all rooting for Grimsby, aren't we, in the National League playoffs? Because the rest are all southern teams for you to get another southern trip for you in League Two.
Yeah, I think it's if you manage, coach, play, support, own Carlisle United, one of the things that you can guarantee is the distance travelled throughout the season is going to be enormous. But again, that's down to the mental approach that's needed, and also then the professional way of how we look after the players. We make sure that we don't come up short competitive-wise. And I think again today, touching on today's game, you say, we tried forcing our play at times, but again, another committed performance.
It was, you said that you were never going to experiment with the personnel, if you like. You weren't going to bring in all of the people who hadn't been in because you'd seen what you needed to. What you did do is experiment with the way that you made them play today. Just tell us a bit about that.
Well, again, it was something that we're trying to touch back onto what we did at the beginning part of the season. We had a little bit more balance in our team with having the left foots of Danny Granger and Macaulay Gillespie, and a good opportunity then to get us playing out. And what it does, if you're confident in playing out, it forces another team to come and press you. Now, what we try to do then, we try to force 4 or 5, sometimes 6 of their players to come and force and stop us from playing out. And that leaves massive gaps. And the times we did get out and did play through them, excellent, and it showed then that there's method in our madness. Yeah, it's a little bit frantic at times and a little bit hairy, but again, it's about players making the right decisions at the right times, and all the times we can play out and we can play through, and if teams want to come and press us, excellent, because sometimes what you do then, you force a team to come and stop you from playing, then you get the option then of going a little bit longer and a little bit bigger, and also then joining in play. So it's something that we were working on today to give mental pictures for the players, something that we will recap on early part of the week next week with the video analysis, and we say, look, this is why we're doing it. Now look at the other options that you had there.